Silver and gold have been on the rise, but with new lockdowns occurring in 2021 and more economies taking more punishment, one could argue that the precious metal surge that we're seeing right now might not last. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and staying safe. Today, I wanted to talk about the spot price of silver climbing all the way up to now $27 an ounce, but it might be short-lived. It might be coming back down. There's a lot going on in the world right now that I want to talk about, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there, go check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to get some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel, I would really appreciate it. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But today, I wanted to talk about the spot price of silver, and also the spot price of gold too, by the way. But the spot price of silver, at the time I'm recording this video, is now over $27. And when I say over $27, I don't mean $27.02, and then by the time you blink your eyes, it's back down to $26.98. No, silver is actually $27.50-something as I'm recording the video. Now, who knows what it's going to be by the time I edit the video, or by the time I post the video, or by the time you watch the video, but at this specific point in time, it's $27.50, give or take right now. As I was recording yesterday's video, silver was in the $26 range, getting kind of close to $27. I didn't even want to mention it because of how volatile silver is. It goes up and down all day long. So I didn't even mention that it was getting close to $27 because it could have just gone down. But after I posted the video, silver actually cracked the $27 mark, and it's been at or above $27 since I posted yesterday's video, which I thought was pretty interesting. And gold simultaneously is up as well. As I'm recording today's video, it's actually $1,950. Again, who knows what it's going to be by the time I edit it, by the time I post it, or by the time you watch it. But right now, as I'm filming the video, gold is up quite a bit as well. Now, I wanted to talk about this today because earlier this morning when I checked, I had also noticed that the stock market, for the most part, is up as well. It's not up everywhere, but for the most part, across the board, green everywhere. Almost everything is up. And I thought that this was particularly interesting because with what's going on in the world right now, I'm actually surprised. I'm shocked that everything seems to be climbing up at the moment, which is why I'm beginning to believe if we continue to see everything on the rise, even if it's just slow, steady, gradual growth, something tells me it might be short-lived. Now, I try not to be too optimistic. I try not to be too pessimistic. I try to look at everything from an objective point of view and try to remain as realistic as humanly possible. But with what's going on in the world right now, it's actually kind of surprising that we're seeing the stock market mostly in the green. We're seeing silver up. We're seeing gold up. Because for those of you who do not know, and if you don't know this, I'm not surprised because barely anybody's been talking about it, but it's actually really important. The UK just went into their third lockdown. We're still seeing lockdowns. We're still seeing a lot of suffering. We're seeing a lot of different economies get pummeled and take some serious punishment. And it's not just the UK going into a third lockdown. That's just one example. Something that we have to remind ourselves is that the spot price of silver is not determined by the national silver demand. It's determined by the global silver demand. So when we see one country shutting down, or this country over there shutting down, or this nation shutting down, or this nation have all types of problems and their economy suffering over here, and they've reduced manufacturing over there, it all plays a role in what silver and gold are doing and how they're performing and how well they're standing on their feet at the moment. Now, with everything going on, with this happening or with that happening, every little detail causes the spot price of silver to go up, causes it to go down. Now, I've been saying for pretty much the entire year of 2020, all of last year, for probably a solid 8 or 9 months at least, I was saying that it seems as though silver and gold have plenty of reasons to be driven up, while simultaneously they have plenty of reasons to be pulled down, which is why it seems almost as though the precious metals are stuck in limbo. I don't think silver should be in the mid-20s. I don't think gold should be in the 1850 to 1950 range. I think that they should either be a lot higher or a lot lower because of everything going on in the world. Now, some reasons why we could expect the spot price to go down, example, like I just explained, the lockdown. What if we see more lockdowns? What if this locks down? What if that locks down? A lot of places that had lockdown earlier last year have yet to reopen. We're still seeing a lot of unemployment. We're still seeing a lot of economic issues, and we have not gotten to the point of recovery just yet. We're still dealing with a lot of the issues that came about in 2020. We still got a long way to go. So it's kind of surprising to me to see silver and gold on the rise these last couple of days. I'm actually very, very shocked. It wouldn't have surprised me at all if we saw silver drop by $1 or $2. Now, by the way, let me just get this out of the way. Silver going up by $1 or $2 or silver going down by $1 or $2 is irrelevant to me. It really doesn't matter if silver goes from $26 to $27. That's not much movement. That is not much performance. That is not much growth. That's not anything that I personally consider to be newsworthy. Now, if silver were to go all the way up and surpass the $30 mark, or if it were to fall down below the $20 mark, that would obviously be a different story. But silver going up $1.50 or down $2 or up $1.10 or down $1.16, that's really irrelevant to me. I don't consider that to be anything of significance. That's all short term. That's exactly what we can expect. However, I'm very surprised it's moving in the upward direction, which is why I'm beginning to think this might be short-lived. We might see silver fall back down another couple of bucks. And to be honest with you, I hope that that's the case. I hope we see silver go back down to $23, $22, $21. Something tells me we're probably never going to see it go any lower than that. If we did, that'd be fantastic, as long as the premiums don't get driven up through the roof again. But the lower the better. That's the way I see it. And something tells me that it's going to be relatively short-lived. And gold, simultaneously, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we saw gold drop back down by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks. That wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if later in the week or early next week, gold is back down to the 1890s. And to be honest with you, similar to my stance on silver, if gold were to come down by a bit, that'd make me very, very happy. Because I still have much more gold to acquire. I still have much more silver to acquire. The lower, the better. I'm not one of those guys that are looking for massive growth anytime soon. I'm still trying to stockpile as much of the two metals as I possibly can. And this is how a lot of people see the stock market too, by the way. People who just started investing in the stock market, they don't like the green days. They don't like seeing prices go up. They don't like seeing the value of certain stocks, certain companies, different sectors. They don't like to see it go up. They enjoy the red days. They enjoy everything going down. They enjoy buying in today and then seeing it go down even more tomorrow, because that means tomorrow they can just scoop up even more. People like the decline. People like the short-term downward trajectory. That way they can buy in on the way down, and no one in the world, no one on the planet knows when the stock market or when silver or when gold is going to officially bottom out, which is why people try to capitalize when they see it going down, little by little by little, buying in on the way down, and then when it starts to climb back up, maybe you can take a step back, or maybe you can continue buying on the way up. You could do whatever it is that you want to do, but point being is, people like myself enjoy the prices declining. We like the discounts. We like the sales. We like the 10% off opportunities. We thrive when that occurs, because that means we can get more. Whether it's from a stacking perspective or whether it's from an investing perspective. If you're stacking the silver and the gold, you're trying to save money. If you're investing in the stock market or investing in businesses or real estate or whatever it is, you're trying to make money. If you're doing both at the same time, you're simultaneously trying to save money and make money in two completely different ways. You love the red days. That's just the way it is. Why would you want prices to go up when you want more of whatever it is that you're trying to get? It doesn't make sense. It's like going to the store when there's a discount, buying up whatever it is that you want to buy, and then returning the next day to get more when the sale's over and still being happy. It just doesn't work that way. The store's happy when the price goes up. The customers are happy when the price goes down. I don't consider myself to be a silver or gold store. I am not a coin shop. I am not a seller. I want the prices to go down. Now, if I were a coin shop owner, if I were a seller, if I was parting ways with all of my coins, rounds, and bars on eBay, for example, I would want the price to go up. Because that would mean that my customers would be giving me more fiat dollar bills for my money. I'd be prioritizing the currency over the money. So something tells me this might be relatively short-lived, and I hope that that's the case. But I did want to talk about $27 silver today because I thought it was pretty interesting. I was actually really surprised yesterday when it was climbing up even further. I didn't even think it was going to be in the mid $26 range. I thought it was actually going to be in the lower 26 or maybe creep back down to the $25 range potentially. I thought with everything going on in the world, we were going to see another dip. Turns out the opposite is happening, which again is what's leading me to believe that this might be short-lived. This might not last. At least in the short term, by the way. When we're talking about the short term, when we're talking about what's going on today, what happened yesterday, what's happening tomorrow, that's all short term. Next week, next month, next year, all short term. What we're talking about in this video is short term. What I'm prioritizing is long term. It doesn't really matter to me what silver is doing right now, what gold is doing right now. What matters to me most is what silver is going to be doing 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. Of course, I want silver to go down in the short term so I can get more, but long term, that's a completely different story. But with the UK locking down for the third time now, that's not a good sign. And for some strange reason, no one seems to be talking about it. Most people have been fixated on the election. I know right now everybody's concerned over what's happening in Georgia, the Georgia runoff election. I know a lot of people are very easily distracted, myself included sometimes. When there is some current event going on, everybody's eyes are glued to that. And it's very important to pay attention to what's going on, but it's also important to take a look around and see what's happening all over the place. Don't just worry about your state. Don't just worry about the country. Worry about the planet. See what's going on everywhere, because what's happening in this country could affect that country. What happens in that country could affect this country. And it's really important to stay updated, at least in my opinion, which is why I always tell people, pay attention to all of the markets, including the markets you're not involved in. If you are stacking the silver and gold and that's it, you don't invest your money, you don't buy into this, you don't buy into that, you're exclusively with the precious metals, you're not worrying about the stock market, you're not worrying about starting a business, you're not worrying about investing in real estate or anything like that, you should still pay attention to those markets as well. See how these businesses are doing. Pay attention to the stock market. Look at the real estate market. Pay attention. It's really important to do, because oftentimes all of these different markets, even though they are vastly different, a lot of the time they follow the same trends. Maybe not simultaneously all at the same instant, but within a couple days, sometimes even within a couple of hours, one market begins to follow the other market. So it's really important to pay attention to everything. Even if you are, for the most part, prioritizing silver and gold, you want to be, lasered in, tunnel vision on the silver and the gold, you got to take a look at everything. You got to understand the current events going on in the world, how they're impacting all of these different markets, what some of the strengths are, what some of the weaknesses are, how those weaknesses are being strengthened, how the strengths are being maintained. They all work together. They're all symbiotic in a way, which is why I always stress it's important to pay attention to absolutely everything, not just the precious metals. And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my own terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller, easier to manage. I'm also doing giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shout-outs, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a variety of different websites. And of course, you can watch all of my YouTube videos early and commercial-free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. Trying really hard to hit 2,000 subscribers. We just hit 1,500, and I appreciate that. Got a brand new video dropping tonight. It was supposed to be dropped last night, but something happened and I had to postpone it. It will be uploaded tonight, so keep your eyes peeled. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, along with a ton of other products. T-shirts, hoodies, even stickers, many of which are raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, such as the recently released Kraken Stackin' t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, and coffee mug inspired by the beautiful 2-ounce silver Kraken coin, which, by the way, is helping us raise a little bit of funds and awareness for ocean cleanup charity organizations at no additional cost to you. It comes out of my pocket, not yours. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know. Many of us are prioritizing and focusing on the long term. That's our biggest concern. We don't care too much about today, tomorrow, what happened yesterday and stuff like that. But when it does come to the short term, when it comes to this week, this month, everything happening right now at this specific point in time, are you surprised to see silver seeming to be climbing its way up a little bit, gold seeming to be climbing its way up a little bit? Do you think that the incline is going to be stable? Do you think it's going to continue going up? Or do you think that this is going to be relatively short-lived? Maybe some of these lockdowns going on in different countries are concerning you, similar to the way that they're concerning me. And do you think that it's going to cause silver and gold to maybe drop back down a little bit? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.